Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Chelsea nick a win. Chelsea have committed a South London robbery. And as a South Londoner myself, I know how lethal those can be. But Chelsea have nicked 3 points from Selhurst. They've taken it and they've run away with it. And you got a feel for Crystal Palace. Maybe they deserved something from this game. Chelsea were not up to par today, but 3 points are 3 points. You take a win whenever you're given one. Happy days, we'll take it. Before we get into the nitty gritty, I want to let you know two things today. This video is brought to you and sponsored by the OneFootball app, so make sure you hit that link in the description. If you wanted to keep up on all the results of today, keep up to date of what's going to happen on Manchester City, Tottenham later today. Keep up to date in terms of all the ratings and what's happened in today's game with Chelsea and Crystal Palace. Any other fixture, your news, it's in the OneFootball app. Make sure you hit that link in the description. Hit it now, download it, and enjoy. Secondly, second channel on Twitch. Links are in the description. Make sure you're following me and you're subscribed on those. Much appreciated. And that's all for additional content from myself, yours truly. So, let's get into it. Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. It finishes Crystal Palace 0, Chelsea 1. Let's have it right. Today was not good enough. In terms of a performance, not good enough. First half was alright. It was okay. I'd take it. In terms of moving, we just weren't capitalising. In terms of getting the ball to the box, trying to do something with it, we weren't doing much at all. Getting afterwards, second half, we come out, we looked all out of sorts. All out of sorts. We looked slower. We looked more lethargic. We looked heavier. Nothing was happening. Not much clear-cut chance, except for the offside goal and then the eventual winner. So, yeah, a tale of two halves where we began to dip and Crystal Palace just got better and better and better. So you do have to look at that and go, did Crystal Palace really deserve something in this game? Absolutely. They were the ones pressing aggressively. They were the ones in terms of passing the ball and controlling possession, dominating quite well. They were able to get more faith and confidence in themselves to start really taking the game to us and at times going better than us and taking one step further than us. So fair play to Crystal Palace for today's performance. But at the end of the day, the result is the result. This is what we used to tell teams back in the day. You know, we win 1-0, we used to play defensive, and we nicked the win, and we're like, hey, we nicked the win. We don't care how we play. And today's one of those situations. We've taken 3 points, and that's all that matters. Hopefully this brings some confidence. But in terms of the way that we played, it's just not satisfying enough. It's just not. It's not sustainable. Let's put the correct word on it. It's not sustainable. Obviously, today there were men missing in terms of Azpilicueta, Hudson-Odoi. They were men that were eliminated out of this fixture very, very late. Mason Mount, we knew was out. He might make the final, might not. So he's a little touch and go. He was going to miss today. Azpi Chilwell, obviously, out. Timo Werner was on the bench, but he has a flu. So I can understand why he wasn't brought on. Now we've got the result. It's very easy in hindsight to look at that and go, oh yeah, so Thomas Tuchel made the right decision. You know, Werner didn't play. Happy days. All went well. Cool. But if we had not got that goal in the last minute, people would be screaming going, why did Timo not come on? So that's the thing. It's all in hindsight. It's all in hindsight. The way we played today, Mendy in goal, we had Christensen, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, Malang Sarr. Technically, that was a back four. Jorginho, Kante. We had Pulisic. We had in the middle Havertz, Ziyech. And we had Lukaku up front. That's how we were structuring ourselves, technically in a back four. But you could see at times Christensen bombing forward, Malang Sarr bombing forward, Ziyech coming back to defend, almost acting like a right wing back, a de facto right wing back, if you want to put it that way. So there was a little bit of a hybrid going on. Later on, in the 70th minute, we managed to make some subs when we most needed it. Kovacic came on, Loftus-Cheek came on, Marcos Alonso came on, and it changed for the better, I would say, at least, in terms of ball distribution into the box, the crosses. That's about it, really. In terms of still ball on the ground and trying to control the ball properly, in terms of getting past Crystal Palace in combinations and patterns, we weren't doing that. We weren't doing that. It was very basic at times during that second half. Very basic. And sometimes too basic. Loss of possession increased a lot more in that second half. It just wasn't good enough. As the game progressed, and this is what I was scared of. When on the watch-along, I was telling you guys, in the first half, you could see if we allow this to go on for too long, if we don't get a goal, Crystal Palace will get more confident. And that's how they operate at Selhurst. If you are dominating, Crystal Palace see that they can contain that. They begin to get a little bit more faith, a little bit more confidence. Then they start pressing a little bit until to the point where you saw as we started the second half, Crystal Palace were pressing so aggressively on us that we lost the ball. How many times? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Normally that should be us. Normally that aggressive press should be us from the front. But there's one common denominator as to why we can't press from the front. And I have to say, Romelu Lukaku. He moves like a double-decker bus. He actually does move like a double-decker bus. Very slow. Very slow. You know, the goal, we managed to get the goal where he got, he didn't get the assist. He took a shot at the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper patches it out straight into Ziyech's path and Ziyech slots it in to make it 1-0. However, it's disallowed because Lukaku was offside. Tells you everything you need to know. Prior to that, first half, he had 2 touches on the ball. And this is my thing. I understand when the striker doesn't get service. Okay? But when you're seeing chances that are being made by, for example, to Kai Havertz, even to N'Golo Kante, who took a shot straight at the keeper, if you remember in that first half, Ziyech been able to get into the box and have a couple of digs. You're seeing chances operating in and around the box. But it's not Lukaku, it's everyone else around him. Every time we try to advance with the ball, or we're struggling to progress the ball forward near to the box, this is my problem with Lukaku. He's up there waiting for something to happen. Come and help! Move! Move, bruv, move! The guy does not move, man. Even in that first half, you saw Malang Sarr give the ball to him. He moved at like 0.2 mile an hour for him to react that the ball was coming to him. And then he was like, okay, now I should move. The ball's already gone out for a goal kick. Come on, man, come on. And not just him in terms of giving the ball away. Havertz gave the ball away a few times. We saw that. Kante gave the ball away a few times in that first half. Overall, it's just not good enough. We could do so much better. But the fluidity, first half was okay. I'd say okay in and around Lukaku. Ziyech was moving great. Pulisic was moving great. Havertz was moving great, just in terms of fluidity, which was an improvement based on the Club World Cup. But the outcome of it, the execution, still nothing. In terms of the second half, we didn't even move. At that point, it just dropped. In the second half, we played bad. And that can't continue. Thankfully, we've got the win. But we have to keep an eye on the back of our shoulders here. We have to keep an eye on the rearview mirror. Because Arsenal won 2-0. Thankfully, we got that goal. Because if we didn't, can you imagine? Arsenal will be within 6 points of us. You don't want that when they have 2 games in hand. Tottenham won't catch us, I think. They've got enough problems. We don't need to focus on Tottenham. I mean, as I've already said, they're already so far back with games in hand, and they're playing Man City at 5:30. So I don't think they're going to get anything. In terms of Man United, they've been struggling. West Ham, they've been struggling. So I don't think we've got to worry. There's only Arsenal that are really on our shoulder because they're playing 1 game a week, and then they're not in any cup competition. So thankfully, we got the goal today. And the goal came from Marcos Alonso. Who would have thought that would happen? Ball into the box. Ziyech is unmarked, lands to him, and he slots it between the legs of Jack Butland. And it's 1-0 to Chelsea, minute 89. And we nick 3 points in a proper South London robbery. But apart from that, it's not sufficient enough. It's not sufficient enough. We need to be playing better. We need to be combining better. We need to be dominating better. We need to be creating more chances and be more clinical. You saw the way Liverpool went 1-0 down to Norwich. And then as soon as I saw that, I was telling you guys on the watch along, it's 1-0, but I reckon Liverpool will score in 10 minutes. Correction, it took 14 minutes for them to score, the equaliser. And who was it? Sadio Mane. Not long after that, Mo Salah scores. Not long after that, Luis Diaz scores for Liverpool. Brand new signing, already on the score sheet. So if the rumours are true and Mane was to leave in the summer to go to either Real Madrid or Barcelona, they're already covered. They've got Jota, they've got Diaz, they've got Origi if they have to call upon someone in desperation. Already prepared. With us, it's not there. And I know we have to give the summer, but the game like today and games like this are proving to us that in the summer, we really need to change things about. It's not good enough. Thankfully, we understand that without Reece James and Ben Chilwell, this team suffers greatly. And I sympathise with Thomas Tuchel for that. But you'd like to think that players that we have in this team will be able to perform. Ziyech today I thought was great. Let's have it right. Ziyech is showing the consistency that I want everyone to have. If I'm going to pinpoint someone that I'm not going to criticise at all today, it's Hakim Ziyech. Man of the match for Chelsea. Man of the match easily. He is playing with so much swagger, flair and confidence now. It's ridiculous. And he's showing everyone around him how they need to be performing. His movement is quick. His logical decisions are quick. He knows who to pass to before the balls come. He knows what space to move into. He knows what to do when he's received the ball. He knows who to cross it into. He knows when to shoot. Everything with Ziyech is fantastic. And the proof is in the pudding. He scored twice today and one of them was disallowed. And he got the winner. So Ziyech, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Keep it up. Keep it up. That's what I was asking for. Remember, I was heavily critical of Ziyech. Heavily critical. You guys remember. I even had Moroccans in my chat saying I've got some sort of an agenda. No. I'm honest. And I say it as I see it. When I see a player playing crap, they're playing crap. When a player's playing sick, they're playing sick. Ziyech right now is playing sick. Let's have it right. We played in South London today, so I'm going to use some proper lingo. We played sick today. Well, we didn't. Hakim Ziyech did. So let's have it right. Ziyech, no criticism whatsoever. Beautiful. Pulisic, Havertz, movement better. Execution needs to improve. Lukaku is not moving, bruv. Lukaku's not moving. He's not moving. I don't know what it's going to take for this guy to move. I don't know. I think we might have to actually get someone to play with a stun gun. That way, you know, when they want someone's with the ball, say a Havertz is with the ball and he wants Lukaku to move, he can stun him from a distance and get him moving. Maybe that's going to do it. I don't know. If not, here's my recommendation. We've got the WWE Elimination Chamber pay-per-view kicking off later today. If Lukaku wants to go and join that, he can. Feel free. There's an Elimination Chamber match for the WWE Championship involving Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. Lukaku can enter that and we can have a madness. Yeah? That's the only place where I see him actually being able to use his lack of movement. That would be fine over there. You can just use sheer strength. You know? It's crazy. It's crazy. And even with strength, you look at the way that Anderson was playing with him today. Fair play Anderson. So he's not going to find it easy, even in terms of his build. I don't know. We need to try and find a solution because it's 100 million just sitting there, just not moving. So that's how I'm looking at it. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below about today's performance. We got the win. Thank God for that. That's the most important thing. But we need to improve. We need to improve. We've got Champions League against Lille. We've got Cup final next weekend against Liverpool. You can't play like this against Liverpool. I'm going to just say that now. You cannot play like this against Liverpool. No chance. No chance. But the circumstances are different. It's a cup final. Anything can happen on any given day. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, let me know what you think. Much appreciated. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I upload. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. And credit to Crystal Palace today. Michael Olise I thought was fantastic. Fair play to Olise. Had a very good game. Zaha very wasteful, can I just say, in terms of putting the ball in the net. You'd almost think he played for Chelsea. But very, very poor from Zaha. Everything he done was great, but his finishing was poor. Jordan Ayew, very physical, very, I'd say decent performance today from him. Couldn't really get any chances on goal though, so there's that. But Palace, unlucky Palace. They deserved something. They didn't get it. Chelsea have robbed it. 3 points. Thank you very much. See you later. Thank you all for watching. I will see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of the football. Enjoy the rest of the night. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. In a bit. Take care and peace.